As the resumption of face-to-face classes continues across the island, over in St. Thomas there was a delay as 12 schools slated to reopen remained shuttered. Marlon Samuels has the details in this next report.
LANCEFORD Grant, Education Officer and Convener for Region 2 in the Education Ministry, explains why the schools were not reopened.
We have about 12 schools in QEC, 16 that were slated to resume face-to-face this morning. However, the collaboration between the parents, the Ministry of Health, and the Ministry of Education has seen it necessary for the delay to happen at present. So there are schools that are at varied degrees of readiness. So, for example, Minto at this time is just awaiting certification from the school board, approval from the school board, based on the processes that they have engaged. So we have at present some schools waiting on a revisit or first visit from the Ministry of Health. When that is done, we would have the first step being completed, where the Ministry of Health would give their approval to say the school is physically ready. And physically ready means the isolation rooms are ready, the signage, markings, all that will facilitate COVID protocols on the school plant.
Mr. Grant gave a projection for the reopening of these schools.
Well, we are looking at Monday, the 15th of November, cautiously. So we are encouraging the parents to remain in contact with the school administration, because we would need the approval from the Ministry of Health and the collaboration with the Ministry of Education, along with the continued consultations with the parents for this to be finalized. But obviously at present we are having a very good communication system with the parents, and we are depending on that for them to understand when the students should return face-to-face.
One of the schools that did not reopen was EASINGTON Primary. Parents in the community say they are concerned.
I'm concerned about the EASINGTON Primary School. Right now my grandchildren, they are home and not going to school, and I'm very concerned about the primary school in the community. I would really like it to reopen, that the children them can go out and get to learn, because sitting down at home doing anything is not everybody have access to internet. And you know, sometimes you put on a service on a tablet or a phone, in no time it gone, and you can put on a service every day because they don't have the money to put on service every day. On the other hand, plenty of the children don't understand the online classes. Just like me, the old foot mother, I just don't understand the online, because right now some of the younger kids, they operate the phone better than even you, the big one. And when them don't understand it, what about me?
As for the schools that did reopen, Education Officer in charge of the eastern part of the parish, Marcia Dallas McKenzie, says there was an 85 to 90% turnout of students. For the news on PBCJ, I am Marlon Samuels.